Hello, this is James, and it's been about 10 months since I had my DHI hair transplant in Turkey. I actually had it done on the 2nd of June 2023, so this is a bit of an updated video. And I just want to give a shout out to Dixie452, who chased me up for an update, so thank you very much, that's really appreciated. So this is how the hair is looking at the moment, and I'll do a bit of a zoom in. And I'm also going to talk about a product that I've been using that I think may have helped. So going in close at the moment, this is how it's looking. I'll take my glasses off. So if I go through, have a glance up so I can, hopefully you can see how that looks. I've got no product on my hair, I've just washed it and dried it. And at the crown and the back, that's how that's looking, if that's in shot. And the back. And I'm really pleased with how it's looking. So let me just fix this hair because I'm not used to I'm still not used to having hair. So it's been a bit of a journey for me, this hair transplant, and as I say, it started on the 2nd of June 2023. I'll put some images on the screen of some of the screenshots that I've had to be sending the clinic every few weeks to keep them updated, and the clinic, I've got to say, have been really good. Any questions that I've had, they've answered. They've asked me for updates, they've kept in touch. I can't fault them at all, really. Now, one of the things that I have been using is a product that was recommended, and I also want to refer to a certain person. There's a YouTube channel called Dr. Gary Linkov, and Gary Linkov speaks a lot about hair transplants, celebrity, facelifts and this kind of stuff. But on one of the videos in particular, he speaks about a thing called a derma roller. And if I go over onto Amazon, this is what a derma roller is. It's like a little tiny wheel with needles on it. Now what Gary Linkov suggests in his video is that although derma rollers are believed to be very good for people who've had a hair transplant or to encourage hair growth, there is a bit of a problem with them, because if you're rolling over the top of your head, you can be aggravating an area that you've just rolled over, and you can also cause damage to the hair itself. So he recommended another thing called a derma stamp, and I bought one and it's been very good. Here's the Amazon link for it. So it looks like this, and I'll show you the actual product in real life in a moment, but it has these little needles that come out from 0.25 millimeter up to 3 millimeter, and so there's some bigger shots of what that looks like, and there's 140 needles in this thing. And I've found it's very good. Here's my one. So it comes with a cap and it fits together like this, and it's about the same size as a pen. Alright, just for comparison. Now at the top here, and hopefully this will zoom in, and yeah, so at the top here it has this little dial, and when you turn the dial, that lets the needles come out at the bottom. So if I just cover this up, if I turn the dial, and hopefully you'll start to see the needles, there we are, coming out of the bottom. And it's very accurate. Now, before I use this, I have another product called all-purpose rubbing alcohol, and I think I got that off Amazon as well. So before I use the derma stamp, I put some of this in a little bowl, and you only need a tiny bit, and I extend the needles. So I turn the dial so the needles go out, and I put that in the bowl, and I just leave it there for a minute, and then I'll take it out, shake off the excess and let it dry, and then I'll do the derma stamp. Now the reason I think this is a good idea as opposed to the derma roller, you can't really go over the same area multiple times as you can if you were doing a derma roller. So if this was my scalp, for instance, when I put the needles in at the moment. But if this was my scalp, if that was an area I wanted to work on, it'd be quite easy just to work your way along and cover all the areas, as opposed to doing this with a roller. Do you see what I mean? So you got more control over where you apply it. Now, when I first got this, I didn't know how long the needles had to be, because there's 140 of them. So what I did was I did it at a smaller setting, and it's one of those things where it's a bit difficult to describe. You just know when it's the right length, and you know when it's too long as well. So I would say, if you're going to get one, and I'll put the link in the description, start off very, very small with the needles, and when it makes impact with the skin, if the needles are not long enough, you'll know. But when the needles are long enough, you feel them just penetrate the skin, and you're doing it in blocks, and it's sort of like you just feel a bit of resistance. And the way I do it, I put it on. If that's my scalp, I put it on either this way or this way. Doesn't really matter. But I put it on, and I sort of like just gently just do this. Or you can do that as well, I suppose. It doesn't make much difference, but you can feel it when it penetrates the scalp. Now, of course, as your hair grows longer, that acts then as a buffer between the derma stamp and your scalp. So you have to make the needles a little bit longer, and you just know. It's one of them strange ones. You just know when it works. And also if you're being on the more cautious side of things, that's what I'd recommend. You don't want to be going in too much too soon. All right, so I would recommend that. So regarding my hair, I've been to the barbers twice, and it's at that funny stage, because I noticed that as this bit was quite short and growing, the sides were longer. So I've been to the barber twice, just asked them for a bit of a tidy up and to leave the top a little bit longer, because what I really want to do, and it's been so many years since I've had to even consider this, I want my hair to grow a bit longer, just so I can throw a bit of product on and just gel it back. And it needs to be quite long to get the coverage. If it's only short, the hair will want to come forward again. So it's got to be a bit of weight to the hair to achieve that swept back look. But I would really, really recommend it. I would recommend the clinic. I would recommend getting it done. I would definitely recommend the derma stamp as opposed to the derma roller. And I'd also recommend checking out Gary Linkov's YouTube channel as well. Loads of advice on there, loads of top tips that he gives, and it's a fantastic thing. So this is just a bit of a quick update-ish on my hair journey so far, and I will keep you posted maybe at the 12-month mark. But I hope this has been useful and beneficial, and if you have any questions about anything or any thoughts or comments, please do put them in the comments below, and I hope to see you soon. So this is James. Bye bye.